shine the spotlight on the incredible Bayonne High School hockey team. Get ready to witness the passion, dedication, and on-ice prowess of these talented athletes as we sit down with the Bayonne hockey powerhouse. Today we have with us Coach Brancatella, Sidney Fagu, Alex Vermonti, Sebastian Valls, and Aiden McAlery. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
I just want to start off by asking, how would you describe the team's overall performance this season?
You got it, Coach. Go ahead. So we started off 6-1 through 7 games, which is our best start in a long time. We're in a bit of a rough patch right now, but we're competitive. You know, we're having opportunities late in the game, which is what we want. You know, we want to be in games late with a few minutes left on the clock. We want to have an opportunity to win games, but we're just coming off on the opposite end right now. But we got a lot of hockey left to play, so we're looking forward to it.
What strategies or tactics do you use to keep the team motivated and focused?
You always got to try to be better your next shift out. You know, not everything's going to go your way. You know, we talk a lot about that. You're going to have bad shifts. You're going to have bad games. It's how you respond. And, this is a game where it's a physical sport. It's a demanding sport. So you got to have the right mindset to be able to bounce back when, things aren't in your direction, the way you want it to go. But we've showed a lot of resiliency so far. We're young, like I said the last time I met with you, but they're showing a lot of growth, a lot of maturity, and I think that we have a lot to look forward to.
This one's specifically for the players. How do you balance your academics and time for sports being student athletes?
I don't know, I say it's just, when you go home, it's more you just got to focus on your academics. When you're at the rink, nothing else really matters other than playing and trying to get better, but once you step off the ice, it's all about academics and making sure all your schoolwork's done so you're able to play the next day.
Are there any specific goals or milestones the team is aiming for this year?
I think as a team, our biggest goal is to make the first round of state, something that Bayonne hockey hasn't really been able to achieve the past few years, and right now we're in a pretty good spot to achieve this goal.
How do you handle setbacks and challenges throughout the season?
Like Coach said, we're going through a rough patch right now. I think right now it's all about trying to find a bounce back game. We're trying to do everything we can, have a better shift, and we just really want to get back to where we were before.
Can you share some good moments or victories from this season that you look back on and you think, like, what a great time, what a great moment?
Like towards the beginning of the year where we had like a big winning streak, like it felt good. Like we need to have that again and bring it into the playoffs.
How do you foster a sense of friendship and teamwork among the players?
I'd say, go ahead. I'd just say at practice, just while everyone's, we're focusing trying to get better, I think it's just also having like a good time, fooling around a little bit, because at practice that's where you can make mistakes. So everyone has like fun time. Some guys fall over, everyone laughs, but just having a good time at practice.
Are there any traditions or rituals that the team follows before games?
Yeah, I'd say we definitely have a few that some know about, some inside jokes. Like I know we have our chants at the beginning of the game we like to do, like before every game and after every practice. That's a big one, and definitely some other ones.
What improvements or changes have you implemented in the coaching approach over the years?
So when you have a young group of hockey players like we have, we do have some child players, but we do have players that don't have as much experience, and it's just finding a way to communicate your message every single day. So it's a lot of stuff on the board, it's a lot of film sessions, it's a lot of reviewing mistakes from the previous game and just breaking everything down as simple as possible. You can't assume that a player knows something because they may have played travel for a couple of years. There's a lot of concepts that we implement that may be different from what they learned on another team, and it's just a matter of making sure that we're all on the same page.
How do you adapt your coaching style to different skill levels of players?
Well, it's just like I said before, you gotta treat everyone, you treat everyone the same, but some players may need a little bit more attention to detail, whether it's calling them over to the side and showing them on the board again. I always tell them, if you have a question, you ask. Don't just jump into a drill if you don't know what's going on, because we want to make sure that we're efficient with our practice times. You know, we do have the availability of skating every day, but we want to make sure when we're out there for the hour and a half, 2 hours, that we're getting a lot accomplished. So that's ties in for all our players knowing what's going on.
How do you scout your opponents and prepare for upcoming games?
So as far as the scheduling goes, the schedule goes out pretty early in September. It's usually finalized by the end of the month, September, and then we try to look for competitive games, and that's where our schedule has been so far. I think outside of the 2 Millburn games, which we hope to see them again in the Cup playoffs, we've been competitive. So that's what the schedule was aimed towards, and we're doing a really good job of that right now.
What qualities do you look for in a potential team captain or leader?
So the team captains, in my opinion, doesn't have to always be the best player. You need players that are going to be extension of the coaching staff, and what's your message, and make sure that gets conveyed to everyone else. And you're looking for people that are selfless players, that are, it's not about them. And we have a really good group of kids where I'm sure we give out 2 Cs, and this year I implemented putting 2 assistant captains with Sebastian and Aiden. But there's a lot of kids that are vocal throughout the team that I hear them talking to each other on the bench of where to go. So it doesn't have to always be the best player, or you don't have to have a C on your chest to be a leader.
How do you support player development both on and off the ice?
So as far as on the ice goes, we have the availability, like I said, to skate every day. So we have a really big advantage with that. Off the ice, when the season's over, we're going to implement our off-season program, which is going to involve weight room a couple times a week and on ice sessions as well. I think the off-season is going to give us time to really break down a lot of our games this year, where I plan on going back and watching film all over again and making sure we don't make those same mistakes next year, that we're much better.
What is the importance of community involvement and support for the team?
Huge on community involvement. I think who you are as a person is much bigger than how many goals you score and how many points you put up. That's my big belief, is that when you do all things the right way, as far as on the ice, off the ice, and in the community and in academics, that good things are going to come your way. And we've been very involved so far. I mentioned last time, we did the turkey trot down Hudson County Park with Bayonne Recreation. We did pillow hockey. We've read to kindergarten. We're really involved right now, and we're going to continue to do that. So we have a lot of things still planned in the future, and we're just going to keep making an impact in the community.
How do you handle the pressure and expectations associated with coaching a high school hockey team?
Well, like you just said, it's high school hockey, right? It's a lot of fun. It's not like you're getting paid $5 million at like a big school, and so I'm able to be able to enjoy what I do every single day, and I love teaching the game. And when you have a great group of kids, it makes it that much better. And it's one of the main things I said to them in the beginning of the season, is that you're all coachable. They all want to get better. They ask questions. So at the end of the day, they are high school kids, and I try to tell them you got to have a balance of enjoying high school and enjoying the game you love, but make sure that you understand that it is a game at the end of the day, and you want to make sure you have fun playing it.
For the players, can you discuss the role of sportsmanship within the team and during the games?
Like, it's all about keeping everyone up, like on the bench. We need energy, like we need everyone to get going. That's how we'll win games. When everyone's involved and we're just not going through the motions, we're good. We just need to bring this same energy and competition into every single game, and we'll find success.
How do you maintain a positive and constructive team culture?
Well, like you said, when everyone's engaged, whether you're on the ice or off the ice, we could be a pretty good team. And understanding that everybody has a role, whether you play 10 shifts or you don't play a shift, you have a role. And your role could be an energy player, where you're keeping guys up on the bench. And honestly, when you're on the ice, you're trying to play the best game that you can. And when we're fully engaged and we could play a complete game, 3 periods straight, which we're struggling right now to put that together, we could be a pretty good team.
What advice do you give to players aspiring to pursue hockey at higher levels?
So, I was fortunate to play a little bit of college baseball, Division III level, and doesn't matter where you play, Division 1, 2, 3, community college. If you look to play at the next level, it's a big commitment. It's even much bigger than high school. You're balancing new classes, whether you're dormant at school or even if you're commuting. Either way, it's going to be a challenge. So you really got to think about what you want to do with your life and make sure that you find a school that gives you that career path as well as an opportunity to play at that next level.
How has the Bayonne community embraced and supported the hockey program?
Oh, it's been awesome this year. I've never seen crowds like we've had this year in a long time, which, one of my sayings was to bring the buzz back, and I think we've done that. We know that we're struggling right now, but we hope the fans stay with us. We've had, the Bayonne Recreation Ability Group. They've been at almost every game, and it's awesome to see. They come there, they got their pom-poms, they're pumped up. So we hope that they renew their season tickets next year. But it's been a really good crowd, and it's exciting. And there's been a lot of positive feedback, and we're definitely proud of that, and I'm proud of these players.
How do you ensure a healthy work-life balance for students, athletes during the season?
So the good thing is that we have our time slots every day. It's after school, and then by 5 o'clock they're done. So from 5 o'clock on, they have the rest of the night to get their academics done and go enjoy being a high school student.
Can you share insights into the team's training resume and conditioning?
So we're on the ice by 3 o'clock. We start with a team, dynamic warm-up, and then usually every day there's a focus, whether it could be special teams with power play, penalty kill. We have one day where it's really skill specific, and then there's other days where we're focusing on our systems. So every day has a purpose behind it.
What role do parents and guardians play in the success of the hockey program?
So we're in a unique situation where we have 2 other schools with us, Belleville and McNair, and I've been very thankful that the parents have been supportive because they have to transport the kids to practice and to games if they can't get on the bus, and that's definitely a challenge for them, but they've made every opportunity to get to practice and get to every game, and I know that's not easy from them. And as far as our Bayonne High School parents go, we've had a really good group of parents that wanted to volunteer and help build a positive culture with our players and the parents, so it's been really nice.
How do you address individual players' needs and concerns?
So, my personality is I am what you get. That this is me. I don't change whether I'm a head coach or assistant coach. I like to have fun. I'm energized. I have no problem, getting into a player when they're not doing what they're supposed to, but they understand. I believe that they know at the end of the day that, I fully support them, and if there's anything that they need, they could come talk to me. And I think, I've always had a strong rapport with the players, and they know I'm here for them.
What strategies do you employ to keep the team focused during crucial moments in a game?
So throughout a hockey game, there's a lot that goes on. Like I said, you're rolling out a line every other shift. So when you do have a bad shift, you're going to get back out there in probably another minute. So it's when I see a player that may be down or they're frustrated, you just kind of got to keep them positive and understand that you're going to get 4, 5, 6, 7 more shifts out there that period to correct the mistakes and make an impact.
Can you discuss any partnerships or collaborations with local businesses or like restaurants or anything around Bayonne?
We had a preseason team dinner at Pizza Masters, which was really nice. We were thankful for them to host us. It was just an opportunity to bring our program. It was varsity and JV. We have the kids from 3 different schools, so it was nice to have them together, have a team meal, and get that bonding experience.
How do you celebrate achievements and milestones within the team?
So we've had a couple first varsity goals this year by players, and they'll get the puck and we'll give it to them after the game. We'll make a presentation to them in the locker room. We do have a milestone coming up soon. Sydney Fagu is approaching 2,000 saves, which is remarkable considering that she's only a junior. So that'll be pretty special.
I want to follow that up by saying, can you highlight any standout players and their contributions to the team?
Everybody that's there has a role. Like I said, we're fortunate to have probably, in my opinion, the best goalie in the state of New Jersey and one of the best sophomores in New Jersey with Alex Ferramonti. But Aiden and Sebastian as 2 assistant captains, they make an impact with their voice in the locker room, and they're really good. They're really good guys that they understand their role, and it's not about putting up 100 points or 2,000 saves. It's a matter of if the team's going to be able to come together and work hard each and every day. That's going to put us in opportunities to win.
For the players, what do you look to achieve by the end of your high school hockey career?
I look to achieve winning that cup by the end of this year. I think it'd be a really good, nice way for Bayonne to show that we're back and we're here to play.
All right, final question. What legacy do you hope that Bayonne High School hockey team leaves for future generations?
I think the biggest thing for us is continuing to grow our program and grow interest within the youth of Bayonne, making sure that our program continues to get better and expands off the season that we had last year to this year.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank you guys for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure having the Bayonne hockey team here tonight on Bayonne Tonight. A big thank you to everyone watching. Keep in touch with us throughout all our social medias, and we'll see you next time on Bayonne Tonight. As always, go Bees.